Good evening, everyone. I would ask that everybody who has a cell phone or a beeper, please turn it off now so that it doesn't interrupt this ceremony. Thank you. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 355 days a year, a group of servicemen and women stand to honor all veterans and the veterans known only to God. They stand guard over the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington National Cemetery. The tomb has been patrolled continuously since 1930. They march in front of the tomb. They do this in all kinds of weather. When you ask them why they do this, their answer is simple. The men and women we are honoring deserve it and have earned it. A few questions you might have about the tomb. How many steps does the guard take during his walk in front of the tomb? And why does he do that? There are 21 steps he takes in front of the tomb. The 21 step signifies like the 21 gun salute, which is the highest honor you can give a military or foreign dignitary. How long does the guard stop in front of the tomb after he does his facing movement? 21 seconds, for the same reason as number one. Why are the guard's gloves wet? This is so the gloves are moistened so the guard does not drop his rifle. What shoulder does the rifle carried on by the guards? The rifle is always carried with the rifle away from the tomb. You'll notice the guard changes shoulders after every walk. How often does the guard change? Every 30 minutes, there is a guard change at Arlington National Cemetery. What are the physical traits to become a tomb guard? Person that applies for the tomb guard must be at least 5'10" to 6'2". His waist size must not exceed 30 inches. There are different requirements for female guards. Other requirements for the guard: they must commit 2 years of their life to being a tomb guard. They live in the barracks underneath of the tomb. They cannot disgrace the uniform or the tomb. After 2 years, the guard is given a wreath pin signifying that he has served as a tomb guard. As of today, there are only about 400 of these pins in use now. Their shoes are specially made. They have thick soles to protect them from the heat and the cold. There is a metal heel cleat that extends to the top of the shoe so that it makes a loud click when they halt. Their uniform can have no wrinkles, free of lint on their uniforms. Guards stand in front of a full-length mirror prior to going on duty. They use wool because it's the only fabric that can hold the crease the longest. Their belt and pants are worn 2 sizes smaller to maintain their posture. The first 6 months of duty, the tomb guard cannot talk to anyone, cannot watch TV. All their days are spent studying the 175 notable people laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery. The guard must memorize who they are and where they are interred. Among the notables are President Taft, Joe Louis the boxer, Medal of Honor recipient Audie Murphy, who was the most decorated soldier in World War II. They also must know the final resting place of Mr. Francis Woodruff Buckles, a fellow West Virginian, and was the oldest living American World War I veteran. He passed away at the age of 110. Every guard spends hours a day on getting his uniform ready and studying these facts. The tomb has the following carvings and words on it. On the north and south side of the tomb, you will see that there are 6 inverted wreaths. They stand for 6 battles of World War I. On the east face of the tomb, there are 3 figures. This is the part of the tomb that most people do not see. The 3 figures are peace, victory, and valor. Peace on the left is holding the dove and the left hand while holding the left hand of victory. Valor on the right is holding the broken sword with his hand and facing victory. Victory in the middle is holding the hand of peace and extending an olive branch towards valor. This symbolizes the devotion and the sacrifice that went into the courage of the men laid to rest. On the west face of the tomb, which is near the plaza of the Memorial Amphitheater, these words can be seen. Here rests in honor and glory an American soldier known but to God. There's a short prayer inside the amphitheater, and it is, eternal rest grant them, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them. In 2003, Hurricane Isabel was approaching Washington, D.C. Our U.S. Senate and House took 2 days off in anticipation of the storm. On ABC News, ABC News reported this because of the danger of the hurricane. The military members assigned to duty to guard the tomb of the unknown were given permission to suspend their assignment. They refused. Soaked to the skin, marching in pelting tropical storm, they said that guarding the tomb is not just an assignment. It's the highest honor that can be afforded to a service person. The tomb has been patrolled, as I said, continuously since 1930. As you can see, it takes a special individual who believes and loves his country so much that nothing else matters. It takes an individual who is willing to give up his personal pleasures to honor the brave men and women who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for our freedom. A special breed of American is what it takes that these men and women do. Remember, patrolled since 1930, weather is not an issue. They do it because they feel it's an honor. They can't talk for 6 months to anyone, no TV, and limited use of a cell phone. As said, special breed of America. If they honor our dead and unknown like that, I feel proud to be an American. As we've been talking here today, you saw your American Legion Mountaineer Boys State Honor guard our tomb here. We will now present wreaths to honor our departed comrades. The Governor and the Attorney General will present the American Legion wreath. The President of the Senate and the Speaker of the House will present the West Virginia wreath. The Adjutant General and the National Guard commander will present the MIA POW wreath. We will now honor our departed comrades with a rifle salute, followed by the playing of taps.
Ready. Aim. Fire. Fire. Fire.
Now, if you notice behind the tomb, there's a replica of a cemetery. That's the American Legion Mountaineer Boys State National Cemetery. It contains several crosses. Through the wars and conflicts that we have had, about 12,000 West Virginians have perished in those battles. World War I, 1,820. World War II, 7,037. Korea, 1,388. Vietnam, 1,182. The Cold War, 9. Beirut, 5. The Gulf War, 3. Panama, 1. Saudi Arabia, 1. Iraqi freedom, we're not exactly sure yet. They're still counting those. And enduring freedom, the same. Now, while we were talking, as I told you, we're watching our tomb guards and the changing of the guard. This concludes our ceremony today. As I mentioned, the tomb guards at Arlington receive a lapel pin saying they were a tomb guard. Your Boys State tomb guards will also receive their lapel pin as a Boys State tomb guard. I thank you for your attention. You're now to go to the Assembly Hall for the next start of the assembly. Thank you, gentlemen.